Opposing Views and Historical Muse. I am, as always, your host, Christopher Paul Dugdale, MEDMA. We are Dallas College. This is a description of how to do the opposing viewpoint. This is a sample article. If you look on the top left-hand side, you can see the title of the article. It's in the top line. The colony should allow religious toleration. This is by Edward Hart and the citizens of Flushing. So whenever you introduce this article, you'll use the title on the top line and put it in quotations, and then you'll use Edward Hart as the author, and you'll use Hart to reference this article after it's introduced the first time. The second article starts on the second page there that you can see. It says religious toleration is unwise. That's by Nathaniel Ward. So you'll use that title and you'll use the author's name on that as well. So what you're going to do is you're going to write a 500 to 800 word paper on the articles that are attached on the PDF. You don't have to look it up. You're not using the chapters from the book. Together, these are 20% of the grade. Do not use artificial intelligence. Don't use Grammarly. Don't use someone else's paper. If it's red flagged, I can't give you credit. So make sure that it's your paper. I'm not going to argue with you if you're going to let me know that you actually wrote the paper. If it's red flagged, you're going to have to redo it. I'm sorry. Don't use quotes from the documents. That's not going to be part of your word total. Don't use the title after paragraph 3. You just need to list it once to tell me which articles that you're using. From that point forward, use the author's last name instead. Don't write horrible sentences like goals and strategies were both the same and different. Some ways are the same, but others are different. They were successful and unsuccessful. There are many similarities and differences. These are horrible things. Don't include them in your paper. Now, this is a rubric that I use. You follow this, you get 100 every time. It has to be 500 words or I end up taking off. I really do that by paragraph, so you can see right there, there's a minimum maximum length that each one should be. If you go a little bit over, that's fine, but make sure you hit the minimum, okay? So paragraph number 1 is an introduction. Just tell me what's going on during the time in history that we're doing the articles over, okay? It doesn't have to be very complicated. Just let me know what's going on during that time. It doesn't even have to be necessary about the paper itself, just a description of the time. You're setting the context of what you're writing about. Okay, paragraph number 2 is going to be a summary of article number 1. Okay, you're going to include in the first sentence the name of the article and the author. Okay, so you put the name of the article in quotation marks and then you put the author's full name. After that, you don't use the author's full name or the name of the article, you just use the author's last name. Okay, and that should be about 100 words long. Okay, paragraph number 3 is summary number 2. Okay, again, you put in the name of the article in quotation marks and the name of the author. Okay, and then after that, again, use the author's last name. Paragraph number 4, this is going to be the one where you get the most points from your paper, and that's a compare and contrast paragraph. You're going to refer to the authors by their last name, and you'll tell me how they're alike and how they're different. Make sure that you hit the length on this one, because this can be a paragraph that can trip you up. Paragraph number 5, you're going to tell me who wrote the better article and why. To get credit for this paragraph, you have to take a stance. It doesn't matter if that's really how you feel. All I'm looking for is, can you make an argument? And you can use information from each article to make the argument. You can say, this was a better argument because of this, and this one lacked this, this, and this. Okay? Make sure that that's about 100 words long. Okay? If you don't identify the article and the author in paragraphs 2 and 3, then I'm going to take off about 10 points. Just make sure that I know what you're talking about. Okay, there should be specific points from the argument. Don't make it generic. Okay, If you want an extra 10 points on each one of these, you can do a Venn diagram that has 5 similarities and 5 differences. Okay. In total, you get 100 points for this, and if you follow directions, you get full credit. If you have any questions, please let me know. I want you all to be successful. Have a great day, and thank you.